More and more Indonesians are fed up with the worsening road traffic in many of their cities, so a group of bicycle enthusiasts are starting an environment-friendly trend by making bicycles made with bamboo frames. Gunggung Gunawan is a cyclist in the capital of West Java province. He saw a golden opportunity in using bamboo and with some of his friends started to build prototypes of bamboo bicycles in 2007.
With easy access to bamboo in Indonesia and people's awareness of going green, I came up with this idea.
Gungun calls his investment HORE, which stands for Harmony, Attitude, Unity and Responsibility. All things, he says, that are key to protecting our environment. To date, he's marketed the bikers to foreign markets, all from his tiny workshop in Bandung's outskirts.
This is greener than riding a normal bike, and you also stand out. I'm loving it so far.
HORE bikes have received recognition from the Indonesian government, and Gunggung says he hopes that with proper marketing, his bike's business will take off. Each frame can sometimes take over 40 hours of labour to build. Many of them are custom made to their new owners' expectations and requirements. So, can bamboo really replace all of the bicycles we see on our streets? Well, the United Nations Secretary General certainly hopes so. At a climate conference this afternoon, he modelled his bike made out of bamboo. Ban Ki-moon tested out bicycles that have been made by young women in Ghana as part of an effort to tackle climate change. The Ghana initiative claims to address climate change, poverty, rural-urban migration and youth unemployment by creating jobs for young people, especially the women who build the bikes. The UN says that compared to traditional metal bikes, bamboo ones require less electricity and no hazardous chemicals to produce. Not only are the bikes light and stable, but they can handle rough terrain and carry large farm loads and passengers.
These bamboo bikes, I need to get one.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah,
Looks
and one
fantastic.
man who knows all about bamboo bikes is James Ma, who's coming in. He's the founder of the Bamboo Bicycles Club in London. Hey, James.
What a way to make an entrance.
What an entrance. I think that's one of the best entrances we've ever had on Living the Life.
That's right. Thanks for bringing the bike along. Take a seat. Must be great for you to see a story like that coming from Indonesia about the rise in popularity of bamboo bikes.
Absolutely, yeah, no, it's great to see the rise and more people getting involved. And it's just so accessible for people.
Yeah. Now, aesthetically, these bikes look incredible, don't they?
Yeah, there's lots of different ways of doing it. We run workshops for people in London, so we really teach. We're not building a bike for the open market, it's a handmade bike. So there's lots of different ways of doing it, there's lots of different finishes. But for us, it's all about people coming in and just learning how to do it and being able to pick it up easily.
You know, in that VT, it was mentioned that each frame takes something like 40 hours of labour.
Yeah.
Is that really how long it takes to build one of these frames?
Yeah, well, there's different ways of doing it, and what takes 40 hours is if people really want to sand the joints down.
Yeah.
So that's normally 20 hours to do that. We have a method in our workshop where we don't sand the joints down at all, and you can see on our bikes they're a little bit rougher.
Yeah.
But it means that people can build a bike over a weekend workshop, so it's a 16-hour process. So there's that way of doing it. The bikes ride just as well, but aesthetically they might not look as good. But for some people, that's what they like, the handmade finish look. So there's lots of different ways of doing and building the bikes. And if you look at people doing it around the world, there's all kinds of methods.
Yeah.
But it's for us, we've developed ours so that people can just pick it up.
Yeah. I mean, it's actually incredible to think that the material used was once, of course, in the forest. So explain to us the process that you and your team go through to get it from the forest to the eventual product.
Well, unfortunately we're not a bamboo growing nation in the UK, which is a great shame because I'd love to go and harvest it and so on. And for people in the video and so on, they're able to do that, which would be great. But here we go to an importer, we look for a huge warehouse and try and pick out what's appropriate for our bikes and then bring it back.
And where does that bamboo come from?
So our bamboo comes from China, South America, Africa, so all over the world really. And then just through our own knowledge, we go and pick out the right species and right features.
Can I ask you a question about this now? With bamboo being the sort of main food that giant pandas feed on, and giant pandas dwindling, the numbers dwindling, if everybody starts going out and buying bamboo bikes, isn't that going to be a bit of a problem for giant pandas?
I really think not. I mean, there's far other industries like the paper industry and so on that use far more, and it's actually very specialist, the bamboo that gets used for.
Okay, so it's not going to affect the numbers.
It's also extremely fast growing, so you know,
okay,
there's no, I think they can keep up with the supply for pandas. Hopefully, I do hope so.
Well, so Bilal, you seem to be very impressed by looking at that.
I like it, yeah.
You need to get yourself one.
I wouldn't mind. How much do they go for then?
So we don't sell bikes. You sign up for a workshop. We teach you all the frames are custom designed and so on. So it's very unique to what you want to build. And we've built.
So you make yourself one on the workshop.
You make yourself one. We help you to do it, and you can build. We've built around 90 bikes now in our London workshop, and each one is completely different from the next.
Right.
Wow.
One's with gears, one's with belt drives, one's a mountain bike, one's a... So it's a huge variety of what people do and different finishes and all sorts.
Yeah.
So
Well, I think Muslim Bilal, maybe you can attend one of the workshops.
We'll have to change details.
So
leave you guys to negotiate that for a moment. Now, Muslim Bilal, you seem to be very intrigued again. You've actually picked up the bike this time.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
No, it feels good.
Yeah? Does it feel sturdy?
It feels good. It feels very sturdy.
Yeah?
I'm just seeing...
Do you want to bring it towards James a bit more so we can possibly get a view of the back as well?
Yeah, most people are like, they don't expect, when they get on them, they think it's not going to ride very well, or it's not going to be like a bike, and the first thing they say, it's like, oh, it's like a bike, but then it rides nicer and everything like that. So yeah, it's always nice when people first ride them and so on.
Well, I've noticed you've got quite a bit of gaffer tape on the front there. Is there a particular reason why?
It's actually hemp, so it's hemp, and in this case I've dyed it with a pigment just to have a black theme going through the bike.
Okay.
Gaffer tape.
So yeah, I mean,
shows my ignorance.
Again, it's the finish and it's timing, so it just allows people very quickly to wrap it around.
And are we correct to say that there are matching bamboo helmets that go with these bikes?
There are, yeah. There's lots of bamboo products for bikes.
Yeah.
You know, there's mud guards and all sorts of things.
Do you have to water the bike, or?
I do leave it in water overnight. Yeah. And then,
we leave you to maybe ride around in our studio while we go for a break.
That's right. Do stay with us because we have all this still to come.